gosh, and maybe you can hear me. I'm going to speak clearly from hell is where I am. Hey, I had a show last night and some people told me they wanted to be swingers, but they worry that if they knock on the door of the room with the pineapple, they have no idea what's going to open the door. Like they're going to knock and the door will open and be like, "Oh, come inside. Oh, come meet my husband." And I said, nope, that's not my fear. My fear is I knock, they open the door and go, "Oh, God, no." Clack. Start the show.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online. And though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Carla Ulbrich. Oh, that's not her.
plus funny songs from
There she is, but it's John Trentes.
and a patty melt from Patti Vasquez and much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
From the cutting edge here, the cutting edge, everybody. Welcome to the Virtual Comedy. I am Brad Tassell, along with the stars of our show, Steve Goodie and the irrepressible Patti Vasquez. She's never to be pressed. We also have what we call a show of favorites. Those who are the top choices we'd always make if we could. They're brilliant and talented and jump in when the other acts cancel. That's the fans' best part. First of all, it's the nearest thing Steve and I have to a comedy wife, and that's Carla Ulbrich, everybody. And I say that with full knowledge that my wife and Joe would say, "You all deserve each other, damn it," as they walked off to talk about real things. That makes sense. Plus, a genius with a brand new song I hear for us tonight. He also does a little comedy. It's John Trentes, everybody. Yay. And since you can hear me, I'm going to start talking.
Who?
It was an exciting time at the White House Correspondents' Dinner when what looked like another season of the hit Amazon Prime TV show Jury Duty, Finding the Ballroom, was being made. It was fantastic. The premise is the same. Everyone in the room knew exactly what was coming except the star of the show. Gullible goofball Cole Allen. The only one didn't know what was going to happen. The whole thing looked like a Benny Hill yakety sax chase scene until the ensemble cast of those who were in on it, like the Secret Service, FBI, Trump officials, revealed everything by throwing Allen on the floor and ripping his clothes off to show that he definitely had no idea where craft services was. Only Steve knows what craft services is. He's really thin. He hadn't eaten. Trump, who could really work on his acting chops, sat with a disinterested look on his face until someone said, "We have to play pretend now, Mr. President." And then Donnie really got into it by throwing himself to the floor. But he recovered and he stood off stage watching the action, which is exactly what happens to a president during a shooting. They just walk off stage and still stand there. Yep. I remember when Reagan was shot at the same hotel, the Secret Service just sat him on the curb and let him shake it off. I remember that happening. This is the dumbest. Oh my God, this show. Now, of course, don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but I hope y'all watch Fox News. The reporter was reporting, and she told the story of how Caroline Leavitt's husband, Oldie Magoo, was telling her that she would be kept safe by him, and something was about to happen, and Fox pulled the plug on her audio when she started telling. And also, a episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm broke out as RFK Jr. did a runner and left his wife, Cheryl Hines, in the dust. That was great. Larry David couldn't have done it better. It was fantastic. And the one we'll all remember forever, Stephen Weasel Miller using his wife as a human shield as he goes for second base. It was a beautiful evening at the theater. All right, that's enough about that. Anyway, that was my diatribe. Also, nice. Iran's foreign minister met with Vladimir Putin today to watch Lego videos and giggle. I'm going to say that again, and everybody laughed like I did it right. Iran's foreign minister will meet. I screwed it up again. Iran's foreign minister met with Vladimir Putin today to watch Lego shorts and giggle.
Yeah.
There we go. That was mildly fake. Thank you. Hey, and by the way, thank heaven we're at war because major oil companies are making $3,000 a second in profits right now. A second. In the time I wrote that joke, they made more than $30,000 in profit. But they do lose a little because after my punchlines, there's no laughter for them to cash in on. Okay. So just like that.
Yeah.
Pope Leo says he wants to move the Catholic Church's focus away from sex. The pontiff explained by reducing the sex conversation in the church, it will be easier for priests to go back to having sex. Okay. Yep. Melania Trump wants Jimmy Kimmel fired for a joke he told about the first hooker during his version of the correspondence dinner, which ended up being the only version of the correspondence dinner. Kimmel said Melania had the face of an expectant widow, and the Ljubljana escort said it was very hurtful to speculate on such matters when she'd be fine if you just had a really long coma. You know what's sad is I think it's actually coming through. Okay. This is my favorite joke. The German chancellor said that the U.S. is being humiliated by Iran, and the Trump administration has no strategy, which led Department of War head Pete Hegseth to immediately respond, no, we have a very clear and strong strategy, and the chancellor himself proved it by not mentioning the Epstein files. That was my favorite one. Okay. A new study. I think one of the problems is I have to talk like this to do this show now. A new study says you could lighten your mental load by letting go of gender myths. They say you can reclaim headspace by foregoing thoughts like men are more messy than women or women are bad drivers. And then men can get back to working on complex problems such as other things, but these silly ideas. And women should just stop worrying their pretty little heads and get back to getting pregnant. Okay. Wah, wah. Oh, man, Trump got mad at the 60 Minutes interview after Norah O'Donnell read Cole Allen's manifesto and asked Donnie if he thought the passage about being a pedophile, rapist, and traitor were referring to Trump. Oh, Trump got really mad and said, I'm also a felon.
34 times.
34 times. I want y'all to know there was literally 3 seconds for me before that joke came. Okay. A new AI museum will open, even though people are pushing back heavily on AI art. But they promise to keep the new venture ethical and make sure the bears and ring cameras avoid the babies and get right on the trampoline. Oh, actually, this is my favorite joke. The Stagecoach Country Music Festival has been evacuated due to high winds. The artists were forced to flee after their wives, dogs, and trucks blew away. The only consolation is they all wrote new songs. Okay, great. All right. One more than the joke of the week. The good part about doing it this way is this goes by 4 times faster than normal.
It does.
It does. This is take like 8 minutes because I'm just
Incredible.
instead of, yeah. And people are like, keep doing it this way forever. All right. The Michael Jackson movie earned $217 million worldwide in its box office debut, setting a sales record for a biopic. But we have a disagreement because the White House says the Melania movie sold $3 bajillion gazillion in 2 minutes. Everybody says so. And it still makes $1 billion an hour. All right. Here it is, the joke of the week. And then we're ready to go. Good thing we have a good show this week because I'm out of it. Tell me if this makes sense. What do you do when your special dinner goes wrong?
When your what dinner goes wrong?
Special dinner goes wrong.
What do you do?
Course correct.
That's Brad Tassell.
We got through it anyway.
Your hand looks good.
I know. Look at that. Not bad.
That's what matters.
Very nice.
Wow.
Here's the problem, though. He didn't take enough of that bump out. It's still bent a little. There's still a bump in there.
That's going to screw up your ukulele playing.
As I said, I'm going to poke that son of a gun in the eye with this when I get there. So, all right. Well, that was fun.
All right.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Hey, you know what I did? Over the weekend, I rewatched the Gilbert Gottfried documentary.
Oh, was it good?
It's so lovely. It's so weird, and it really affected the top 10 list. So let's
good.
Let's do this and see what happens. Oh my God. And it's weird because this is not a Gilbert Gottfried voice I'm going to do. It's got nothing. The list has nothing to do with Gilbert. It's just the oddness. It just got into me. As I may have mentioned, I can't remember if I mentioned it enough. I just released my new 40th album, Emotional Support Hamster. This came out a couple weeks ago. And oh man, sales are through the, well, there's sales. And a lot of people have asked, well, what is this? What activity goes with listening to this? So I thought board games, that kind of thing. It's the best way to listen. So then people ask me, well, what kind of game? So tonight's category is top 10 games to play while listening to Steve's new album, Emotional Support Hamster. And in quote or in parentheses, I wrote this while listening to Gilbert Gottfried's story. So here we go. Number 10, Monopoly-mers. It made sense at the time. Number 9, Trivial Prairie Dogs. Number 8, Rock'em Sock'em Rodents.
Okay.
By the way, number 2 on this list is awesome. Don't worry about these, but when we get to number 2. Oh,
Anticipation.
Right, number 7, Texas Hold'em until they poop in your hand.
Yeah.
Number 6, Uno. You know, it's like Uno, but after a rodent poops in your hand. Uno. Okay. Number 5, Trivial Persian Cat that ate my emotional support hamster, and also the aforementioned Trivial Prairie Dog. Top 10 games to play while listening to this album. Number 4, You Sank My Battle Chipmunk.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Number 3, Pictionary. Just because it's fun. It really has nothing to do with hamsters or Steve's new album. Okay, here comes number 2. You excited about number 2?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes number 2. Number 2, Hungry Hamsters.
Yeah. There you go.
And the number 1 game to play while listening to Steve's new album, Emotional Support Hamster, Ratsy. Hope we all learned something tonight. Wow.
Fiction Canary.
Oh,
Oh, that's great.
man, it's not a rodent, but then again, neither is a lemur.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
I
You're
can never
probably
do it right. I know. Yeah, that's you right.
Well, you
That's
have
not
4 seconds to think about
Did
it.
you ever have?
That was a very difficult list.
That was,
I
did you
find
ever
that the
have
more
a
difficult
hamster?
the list is, the less funny it is.
Yes. Did you ever have a hamster?
I think we proved it again tonight.
I did.
Yes.
Ooh,
I did.
Oh,
I
did
did.
Patty have a hamster? We need to hear
I had
about
a
Patty's
hamster.
hamster right now.
yes, let's do that.
Patty's hamster.
Hi.
Yes,
Oh, that's a good show.
Patty's hamster.
That'd be a good band. Patty's hamster.
Oh God. Do you want to tell us as part of your melt or before?
I'm gonna. You know what? Now it's part of the milk.
All right.
Okay, great. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Is Patty crazy?
Am I crazy?
Patty's not sure, Patty's not
From
sure.
lunatics winning their local races to major league wackos with orange faces to obnoxious a-holes taking handicapped spaces. If she's losing her mind, that's fair. She's Patti Vasquez.
Am I crazy?
Yes, and so is your little hamster.
I am definitely crazy. Look, I had the whole idea of what I was going to talk about tonight, and not just Stephen Miller going to second base with his own wife, using her as a shield, or the fact that J.D. Vance was evacuated before 12 seconds. I sat and counted it. 1,000, 2, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Anyway, by the way, it is hard to decide who's more important, J.D. Vance or Trump and Speaker Johnson. No one's even talking about. Okay, anyway. So here's the thing. Let me go back to Patty's hamster. My hamster. First of all, I wanted a dog desperately. I grew up. Basically as an only child. I only had half siblings. My mother and father both had previous marriages, so I had half siblings. They're all 11 to 21 years older than me.
Oh, wow.
So I know, I'm fine. Anyway, so I wanted a dog. I desperately wanted a dog. And they're like, sure, we'll get you something to keep you company. And they bought me goldfish. They bought me 3 goldfish, and I named them Inky, Binky, and Dinky because I was creative when I was 6 or 7 years old. And they actually lived for quite a long time. We had that like goldfish bowl. They lived so long. We actually had a tank with like the whole filter and like it was a whole thing with the scuba man, the treasure chest. Remember any of the little rocks? Oh my God, so much fun. So then I still wanted it, but I still wanted a dog. I was responsible. I'd shown my responsibility by having the goldfish. And I still wanted a dog, but instead they got me a hamster, and his name was Willie. Willie the hamster. He was so cute. Like we had one of those like the clear ball where you could like run around the house. A friend of ours actually made a leash for him, and there's a lot of stories about Willie, but he also had one of those cage like the habitats where they had the wheel
Habitrail
that he could run on. Habitrail, yes. And he had like an apartment. He had like the main area, and he had like a little condo up at the top, and like had like all these pathways. But my father was a third shifter. My father was a cab driver who often went to bed late at night, and Willie would keep him awake. So my dad would put him like in a hallway, it's a long story where I live. But one day he was very frustrated with how loud Willie was, so he put his habit trail on the back porch in November. He did not make it. And you know what's really sad about this is that like I put him in a cigar box and like with all of his like the chips from his habit trail, and my dad promised that he buried him in the forest preserve because I was like, he loved nature, and I don't think I think Willie just went to a garbage can. I'm fine. Thank you for bringing back. Someone made a leash for Willie. One of my friends made a leash with it had like rhinestones on it and everything. And by the way, we did end up getting a dog. Her name was Pepper, and I begged for a dog forever. And she was a schnoodle, half poodle, half schnauzer. And they called her my little sister, and they loved her more than me. I'm fine. So here's the thing. The silly Willie, yes. By the way, before we go, because I think I've done more than 3 minutes already, I have to tell you, you know what? Let's just tease it for next week. Remind me about my massage and riots. Good night, everybody. I am crazy. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty. That was very, 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 very crazy.
What happened?
Oops. We did it at the same time again.
I'll find Patty here.
Okay.
Spotlight.
Remind me about my not relaxing massage next week.
I'm going to try to
first
remember
of all,
that.
No one said you only had to do 3 minutes. I only did 8. You could have done 10. 2, did you have a hamster or a gerbil? Because hamster. Oh my God, it was so cute when they would put all the food like in their cheeks. And, yeah, I had a hamster. And did the dog like the habit trail? I wonder if that's the.
Pepper could have probably fit in that habit. Pepper was the sweetest pooch. She was in a kennel with other dogs, like a beagle and some other. She was like a 14-pound dog.
This is so weird. We had a hamster and a beagle too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, no, Pepper was a schnoodle, but she was curled up in the corner, and all the dogs were like barking. There were like 4 other dogs, and my dad she was like curled up in the corner, and he wanted to talk to her, like pet her, and all the dogs are barking. She got up, put her paws on the beagle, the biggest dog in the kennel, barked once, and all the dogs shut up. And they were all like, "Arr!" And my dad was like, "That's my dog." She lived to be 21 years old.
Wow.
The schnoodle?
Yep.
Wow.
She didn't even go by choice.
You don't often find an alpha schnoodle. That's amazing.
Yeah. My dad had a duck growing up. He had a duck and a basset hound, and the duck would ride the basset hound.
Oh, I love that.
I know.
I don't believe it, but I love it.
By the way, duck tacos are fantastic.
That's the last meat I've eaten was duck. The last.
Wasn't a band called Duck Taco.
Yeah. All right. So wait. I want to hear about the JD Vance in 12 seconds. What happened? I didn't hear that part.
You didn't see this? Oh, they evacuated him first. So they yank him up, drag him out, and then they run back for Trump. And Trump falls on his face. And in interviews, he has said, they told me to get down, which is his way of saying, I fell on my face, and I don't want to tell you that. Yeah, he fell. So they evacuate Trump first. I mean, JD Vance first. They get him off the stage. and they run back for Trump, and you can sit there and count 1,000, 2. It takes them 12 seconds to go back for Trump.
They didn't even evacuate. They just moved Trump backstage. He just stood there.
They did. I know. I understand exactly. I mean, but to me, that's another indication of this isn't. We're not being serious here. We're not even trying to pretend.
I don't know how real the thing is that his brother had called and said he was on his way. I don't know if that happened, but because no one's ever going to really tell us. We won't ever get actual information. But
no.
Yeah. But
here's the thing. Why would you act the same in Pennsylvania? Like the chances of they didn't even pretend like they were doing anything serious, because you wait until you make sure there could have been another shooter. There could have been more people. Like,
that's right.
Who thinks there's one person?
Yeah.
By the way, there were 11 assassination plots against President Obama.
Yeah.
There were at least 6 against Biden, including a guy who drove his van at the White House. And neither one of them made it a fundraising moment. I'm just saying.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Thank you, Patty.
I'm angry and crazy. Thank you.
That's why we keep having you back.
Zip, zip, zip. It's John Trentes.
Hi, John.
You have the clearest video of the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, somebody invested in something.
Yeah,
it's great.
Real paper.
Yeah, Amazon.
Yeah. So you know the deal around here. You're going to play a song, then I got to answer it somehow with a song, and then you'll do another song. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go. Assuming I know what I'm doing.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest, John Trentes.
Hey, everybody. This first song I'm going to do is not really a funny song. The second one I do is going to be funny, I promise. This one's kind of whimsical, but let's add some reverb. Hello.
There you go.
Hi, John.
Okay, this is called One Step Shy of Victory. Sometimes I feel like I'm driving at night. Can't see much past my headlights. What's up ahead, I cannot say. Each mile I drive is a leap of faith. I don't know what tomorrow will hold. I'm just trying to get through today, walking down this road. For all I know, I could be one step shy of victory. Sometimes I feel like I used to feel, indestructible with nerves of steel. I'll remember that I'm not so tough when I finally sober up. I don't know what tomorrow will hold. I'm just trying to get through today, walking down this road. For all I know, I could be one step shy of victory. When I win, I know I'm not as smart as I think I am. When I lose, I know I'm not a lesser man. I don't know what tomorrow will hold. I'm just trying to get through today, walking down this road. For all I know, I could be walking down this road. For all I know, I could be one step shy of victory.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. All right. This song will have two things in common with that song. First of all, there will be reverb. Second, I wrote this 22 years ago when George W. was in charge, and I think it applies now. Let's just see. Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a big SUV? My friends drive Toyotas, but that won't do for me. For a great big old truck, I give up MPG. So, Lord, won't you buy me a big SUV? Oh, Lord, please provide me some cheap gasoline. This thing drinks more fuel than my dang limousine. Hey, let's start a war, send in the Marine. Oh, Lord, won't you give me some free gasoline? Everybody. Okay, not everybody, just me. Oh, Lord, won't you give me a place to attack? Those guys who send gas bills won't get off my back. I can't find Bin Laden, he's not on my map. So, Lord, I've decided to take out Iraq or Iran, either one fine. Oh, Lord, won't you help me sell the voters on this? They do what they're told if they fear terrorists. Hey, I'll sell them, I'll tell them dissenters are all communists. So, Lord, won't you help me sell the voters on this? That's enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
And now another song from the delightful and entertaining John Trentes.
Okay, now for a funny one.
Yay.
This is called Relax, We're All Crazy. I dedicate
Yeah.
this to Patti Vasquez because there's a man on my TV who tells me what to think. I've been so wrong all along, man, I need a drink. Turns out all our problems were caused by foreign sinners in drug-infested fishing boats, so we blew them all to splinters. And about that nasty oil, good news, we're here to help. I'm so relieved there's no more need to think for myself, 'cause I can't believe my eyes, I can't believe my ears. I think you bet that I'll forget what I've learned all these years. Now that I'm getting great older, I have a proposition. Relax, we're all crazy, but it ain't a competition. Next on the agenda, let's invade a frozen land. Never mind that they don't want us, they'll just have to understand. Then we'll confiscate an island where they grow some tobacco. We'll liberate that sugar cane from all those commie wackos. It's just a happy accident if we increase our wealth. I'm so relieved there's no more need to think for myself, 'cause I can't believe my eyes, I can't believe my ears. I think you bet that I'll forget what I've learned all these years. Now that I'm getting older, I have a proposition. Relax, we're all crazy, but it ain't a competition. Who we gonna blow up next? Can't hardly wait to see. We'll rob and steal what we want and call it liberty. But not for you and me. 'Cause I can't believe my eyes, I can't believe my ears. I think you bet that I'll forget what I've learned all these years. Now that I'm getting older, I have a proposition. Relax, we're all crazy, but it ain't a competition. Relax, we're all crazy, but it ain't a competition.
Yay. That's great.
Yes. Very nice.
That's a great song.
Two great
Not a
songs.
competition, but you
Both
won.
of them is.
Cool. Where can we see you playing and singing in the upcoming little while?
My next Playout is going to be at the Bluebird Cafe on May 31st.
I'll be there.
You'll be there.
Oh,
So what?
Everybody should be there. That's plenty of notice.
As long as it's not more than 71 people
Right.
listening from the sidewalk.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
You'd be surprised.
Thank you very much, John. That was awesome.
Beautiful.
And we'll be hearing from you again in a little while with your 1 minute of stand-up. Yay.
Yay. And
All
Carla,
right, hey, look,
speaking
it's
of
Carla.
stand-up,
yay, it's Carla.
I'm actually sitting down, but yes,
Fine.
Whatever.
I think we're all sitting down. I think that's fine.
sit down comedy.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I think so. We'll find
Okay.
out.
We'll all find out together. That's what makes this so special. Here we go.
It's time for a big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Carla Ulbrich.
All right, you guys. I'm so glad to be here with all these talented people and crazy people. But, you know, I have to say, most husbands would be excited to have a wife who's a double E, but not my husband. Probably because it's my feet. If you don't know, wide, that's what that is. Double E's are very wide feet. It's not usually considered very attractive. It's not my fault. It's hereditary. Had a great aunt who was half duck. Hard to find shoes. You know, I was at Foot Locker last week for 2 hours trying to find something wide enough. I did finally find something wide enough. The shoe boxes. My husband puts up with my big old feet and my bad cooking. I'm such a bad cook.
How bad a cook are you?
The dishes make other plans. I'm such a bad cook.
How
bad are you?
I can ruin takeout.
Wow.
That's
I'm
bad.
such a bad cook.
How bad a cook are you?
Our trash can is like, no, really, I'm stuffed.
That's bad.
Yeah. I think you got it now. You know, when I first moved up here, I stayed with Joe's mom for a few days, and it was intimidating. She has such an immaculate house. It looks like the cover of Better Housekeeping. And my house looks like the cover of Barely Housekeeping. I did learn. I'm learning. You know, found out you can't vacuum clutter.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. Not for lack of trying. And that is why this year, when December rolls around, I'm not doing Secret Santa. Not doing it. I don't need any more knickknacks. I want to start a new tradition. It's going to be called Reverse Secret Santa. Because see, Alice is one step ahead of me. She's already like, yeah, let's do this. Because here's how it'll work. Reverse Santa will come down the chimney and leave me milk of cookies. Already an improvement. And then instead of leaving gifts, he will take a big pile of random useless crap. You know, like 8 scented candles, 3 dead laptops, and anything I ever bought on Temu. And then, you know, he's reverse Santa, so he'll go up the chimney and he'll say, oh. That was a dad joke. That was for you, Brett.
Yeah, that was good. Oh.
So, yeah, I think my screen name says Carla Ulbrich in New Jersey. I am not from here. I'm from South Jersey. I moved from South Carolina to New Jersey. Usually when I tell people that, I get the same thing every time. Why? I hear that a lot. I hear it every day, actually. Usually in the mirror. Right after I pay the property tax bill.
Yeah.
which apparently I have to pay every day if I follow that line of logic. That's about right. I am from a small town in South Carolina, and it's the kind of town where when you get pulled over by the police, it's the guy who dumped you in 8th grade. Upside is you don't get a ticket, but you do get a flashback. My hometown's Clemson, South Carolina. Maybe you've heard of it. It's known for football, and that's it. Football. Football game day in Clemson is like a high holy day. Only people actually respect it. I tried to like football. I went to a couple of games. The only thing I seemed to care about, though, was the marching band at the halftime show. Or as most people call it, the bathroom break. And I just couldn't help myself. I was like, oh, I really don't like football. And that's how I got excommunicated to New Jersey. It was kind of a harsh punishment. Yeah. My parents were both PhD professors at Clemson. Ooh. And so when I was a kid, grad students would call the house, and they'd be like, can I speak to Dr. Ulbrich? I'm like, which one? And they're like, very funny kid. And I'm like, oh, not kidding. And so I couldn't use my parents' first names. I was only 9 years old. I can't use their first name, so I had to be respectful. So I would describe them instead. I'm like, oh, do you want to speak to the raving lunatic or the doormat? I'm not saying they were dysfunctional, but even the Christmas tree was like, look at the time. I don't know where all that dysfunction started, but my grandma, she was interesting, and I don't want to say mentally ill, but maybe I should. And she was. The whole trick was to make my grandma laugh. Okay, that's the whole. If you could make her laugh, then it was fine. So she was complaining about it.
Oh no!
And I said, "Well, Grammy, you know what they say.
Repeat.
You can't wear something nice. Don't wear anything at all." Oh, unstable. It's hereditary. I'm unstable too. Okay. Things flashing at me telling me I'm unstable. I don't need a reminder. I'm already doing comedy. That should be enough. All right. So where were we? I was making my grandma laugh because she said she couldn't find anything to wear for the wedding. I said, Grandma, if you don't, you know what they say, can't wear something nice, don't wear anything at all. She got a good laugh, and I got a horrible image seared into my imagination. You're welcome. Now you can have it. So I'm one of those annoying people who's gluten-free and dairy-free.
Oh, boy.
Also flavor-free and friend-free. And it's not really by choice. Just trying to stay healthy. I'm gluten intolerant. I told my friends, I'm gluten intolerant, and they're like, I had no idea you were a racist. No, it's an allergy. And they're like, oh, you're just being picky. Yeah, because I hate all those things with gluten. Cake, cookies, pies, pasta, pizza. Oh, wow, disgusting. If I was going to pretend to be allergic to something, I'd pick something gross like canned peas. Canned tomatoes or tomatoes? You know what I really hate?
Tomatoes.
Cucumbers. I hate cucumbers. They're slimy. And you know what's worse? Pickles. Because pickles are sneaky cucumbers.
Yeah. Ugh,
everything else says pickled says pickled eggs, pickled pig's feet, pickled onions. Pickles should say pickles cucumbers, but they just pickles, like they don't want you to know I'm a cucumber. But yeah, I don't like cucumbers either. But here's the thing, if I was going to pretend to be allergic to something, I'd make it something I don't like. Like, in Sulu's case, you could say I'm allergic to tomatoes, and I could just say I'm casserole intolerant. I try to eat healthy. not everything gluten-free is healthy, though. Everything that's like a big trend because there's so many people going, they'd label it gluten-free. I'm like, it's Tic Tacs. It's Tic Tac. You know what else is gluten-free? Cyanide. That doesn't mean it's healthy. But I have to tell the truth, y'all. I love junk food, and it was hard to give up all the stuff with gluten in it. And I always thought I was a vegetarian, but it turns out that means eating vegetables. I thought it was just not eating meat, but no. Actually, if it's what you do eat, then I'm a crapitarian. And I tried to eat healthy. I tried kale, y'all, and I thought it was just like lettuce, right? So I just chopped it up, put it in a bowl, put some dressing, and it was terrible. Terrible. I was like, y'all, on my list of taste preferences, there's Ajax, and then licking the floor at Penn Station, and then licking the Ajax off the floor at Penn Station. Somewhere down here, kale. And my super healthy friends, I'll end with this. My super healthy friends, they don't understand either. They're like, why would you even want those greasy potato chips when you could have this delicious broccoli? I'm like, delicious broccoli? The only time I've ever used those two words in the same sentence was when I said, hey, Joe, would you like something delicious? Or would you like some broccoli? I could make it delicious, right? You bread it, you deep fry it, cover it in cheese.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And remove the broccoli. That is some delicious broccoli. I am Carla Ulbrich in New Jersey. Thanks, everybody.
Yay!
And now
And
she's
Steve
gone.
got rid of both of us. How'd you do that?
I didn't do that on purpose.
Wow.
I didn't do that on purpose. There's Carla. Whoop, she was there.
That's
now.
me.
Okay,
There's
wait,
Carla.
I got her.
Here,
We did.
Yay!
Yay! And Carla's service is as bad as mine.
Hooray!
I'm here to help.
Yes, you.
And we're all unstable, but it's not a competition.
It is. I'm the most unstable, though. I got the
I
bend.
think we've got documentation to back that up.
Yes, that's true. So that was super funny, though.
Mhm.
Super funny.
Thank you.
And,
Thank
and
When
from
are
a
you
person who
performing
thought
next
they were
and
doing
where?
What?
I was asking Carla when and where she's performing next.
I'm doing a short musical guest thing in Brooklyn Saturday on hot takes and nerdy topics, and then I'm at Godfrey Daniels doing a split bill with Mike Agronoff next week on Thursday in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
All right. Hey,
Hey,
Bob, should
did,
we go to New York and then Pennsylvania? Yes.
Did I tell you, Carla, that fan sent me a text on April 20th? Are you available on April 19th to do a show?
Well, you better work on your time travel.
I said no, because that was last night. What the hell are you doing? He goes, oh, sorry. So me and Dat are like that. That's all there is to it. It'll never work. So
You're like, yes.
we're like this, and that's that. So, but okay. Well, that was so beautiful. That was so well done. And I love thinking this
was
show
really
is
great.
whipping along. Can you believe how quick this show is getting done? Look,
Yeah.
look, I've already gotten rid of Carla.
This is
Look at
great.
that.
Well, that's because we have extra stuff. It's all
What?
going to work.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a thing right about now that goes a little something like
How about
this.
another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
There really is no reason for this one, not that I can think of, except that Carla was singing about food, or talking about food, and how it's gross, and so. Martha's the most beautiful sight I've ever seen. Long brown eyes and hair so green. I want to write her poetry. I need to tell her I love her. Fancy restaurant, candlelit meal, young and tender, innocent veal, also gluten-free. I try to tell her just how I feel when that feeling gives way to another, and I barf, eat, barf, heave, gag, spill, retch, blow, chunks, do the technical yawn, toss my cookies, lose my lunch, do reverse shooters, regurgitate, spew, up, chuck, throw up, vomit, hurl, and puke. Now there's 17 more verses to this, but I'm just going to jump to the last one.
Ha!
No, I'm not. I don't even like the last one. We'll do the next one, then I'll stop. Martha's getting married. Before the Lord they stand. She's marrying Bobby, and I'm his best man. He asks for the ring, and he holds out his hand. Bet he wishes he'd worn gloves of rubber as I barf, heave, gag, spill, retch, blow, chunks, do the technicolor yawn, toss my cookies, lose my lunch, new reverse shooters, regurgitate, spew, up, chuck, throw, up, vomit, hurl, and puke. Pray to the porcelain goddess, send the tidy bowman running, cough up a furball and do some commode hugging. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Yay.
More than enough. Okay, now
Play it.
Brad, bring yourself back in here.
I'm in.
I don't see you.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to play the thing first.
No. Well, okay. Now there's you and not me. So
Well,
let's
how'd you
try
get out?
this.
How'd you leave? Oh,
I didn't. Anyway,
Okay.
the next thing we have involves this guy.
Oh, it's John.
Yay! We call
almost
this
like I was
amateur
just
minute,
here.
but you've done this so many times, John, that I have trouble thinking of you as an amateur. I think you're very professional.
Well, we're
So-
not paying him for this, so it's amateur.
No, not for this. No.
Okay.
No.
Here's the deal. As you know, we're going to do an intro for you that is almost as long as the 1 minute of comedy you're going to do. Then you're going to give us a minute of comedy. It's going to be awesome. And then we'll tell you how great that was. Here we go.
Do it.
Any second now.
So you say you're a comedian wannabe, and you're willing to work for free. You're not a pro, so where can you go? Don't want to spend all night at an open mic. Try the Amateur Minute in our online show. If your is funny, we'll let you know. It's the Amateur Minute. Are you ready to go on the virtual comedy show? And we're not going to pay you. That's
Okay.
what.
3, 2, 1, begin.
You know why the White House is like a pair of skinny jeans?
Why?
No ballroom. Now, you can't make this up. Trump has actually floated the idea of changing the name of ICE from the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Administration to the National Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Oh,
Or
God.
NICE. That way,
Please.
the next time you get shot exercising your First Amendment rights, the press will have to report that a NICE agent did it. I'm not making this up. This is true. And so I figured tit for tat, let's take Trump's last name and take the T off, and we'll refer to him as Donald Rump because that's where all his ideas come from.
Yeah.
Here's one. Get rid of the pennies. You know, from this point forward, you can no longer offer somebody a penny for their thoughts. So that means you have to round it up to a nickel now. And the problem is most of my friends, their thoughts are worth 4 cents, so we'll never know what they think.
John Trentes, everybody! Brilliant, and right on the 60-second mark.
Well done. Well done.
As much as we appreciate comedy, we even more appreciate punctuality.
That's right.
Yeah.
Time is more important.
That's
That's
really
right.
good.
Patty only wants to do 3 minutes for some reason. I don't know who put that in law. I don't know who ever said she had to do 3 minutes. I don't get it.
It's kind of a suggested, but no. What have we ever
I wanted
enforced?
6. I always thought it was 6. Oh, well, so that's good. So
It can be
Hey,
whatever she
John.
wants it to be.
John, where are you doing stand-up next? Here, another minute soon. Okay.
Well, I don't have any immediate shows booked, but I've been looking around. There are a lot. Okay, here. Probably.
Go to the lab. Go to the lab. You're in Nashville. Go to the lab on Mondays at Zany's.
We should do that sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. It's a date.
Okay.
And you're clean.
Right.
I wouldn't do
Steve's
that.
there. At least one person will be laughing in the audience. I hope.
That's right.
Hey.
I'll bring Bob. Let's do.
There you go.
All right. Play the thing.
Okay, it's time to beg for money. Oh, this is my favorite part of the show. Here it comes right now.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we
yeah,
need your
fine.
money. We don't charge a cover for
What
a
did I tell
2-drink
ya?
minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
Oh, man, I almost didn't get everybody out. Woo! Hey, this is the week to give to this show because you're right. We need a ballroom to keep us safe. So give us money. We'll build a ballroom to keep us safe, everybody. And of course, the joke that everyone wrote this week is, and we can build them around schools because God knows that's where everybody's safe. Every school needs a ballroom too. Also, send us money, and you can of course get a hamster for Patty. I think that's get hamster. Although I don't remember that habit trail. I remember the hamster being too big to get through the little hole. But
It depends on how much you're feeding that hamster.
That's
Right?
true. Starve your hamster, I think. I've always wondered too if the hamster, you put them in that clear ball, if they're not like paranoid that they're claustrophobic or something. Anyway, go to.
So they consider that a ballroom. They feel very
That's right.
safe.
Well, that's right. They need a lot of room in that ball. Anyway, also go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians or the tip jar thing, and we will buy Carla some gluten-free bread. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
Is there any gluten-free bread that is good, or is it all suck?
There is. It's not great. Unless
No.
Carla has an idea that I don't know about.
It's Udi's is okay, but it's not. You can't really make a squishy sandwich with it. You got to make
Pizza
toast
crust,
out of
too.
it.
Pizza crust too never does it for me. I like when they say.
Oh
it's-
no, there's some good pizzas out there.
Oh, that's good. I've had okay ones. I like when they say it's cauliflower crust.
Frozen.
Right. Okay.
What?
I like when they say it's cauliflower crust and it's only like 10% cauliflower. It's
Right,
stupid
exactly.
everything. It's so stupid. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com, donate to this show, and we'll use a few dollars of it to buy one of Steve's albums. I don't know.
That's
Anyway,
a great
okay,
idea.
that's
Oh, that
enough.
reminds me. I forgot to say earlier, Carla, I was in a band called Random Useless Crap. So that was a trip down memory lane for me. Thank you very much. All right.
Nice.
Randy.
Time for the worst joke of the week. Worst joke.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever!
We never mentioned you got the harmonies good on that one. I think that was well
nice.
done. It was like a little barbershop quartet going on.
Beautiful.
Here it is. The worst joke. I don't even think it's a joke. You know what? What's funny is this is kind of like the joke that you did about the hamsters, and then I said canary, and it's not a rodent. You'll hear it in a second.
Can't
A
wait.
study of Japanese cockroaches found that a species of wood-feeding cockroach will develop a long-term relationship after burrowing together into a log and eating each other's wings. Yep, that's crazy. Some say it's a romantic gesture that means they can't fly off from the relationship after they mate. So, hey, honey, maybe we could try something like that instead, said the spider's husband. That's it, the show.
I think you're right. That wasn't a joke. All right, good night, everybody.
Hey, that was a virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know. Like Brad booked Carrot Top, but Steve said no. That's what you get when you watch this show. I did not know that. We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or